Alright guys, good morning, welcome to the channel and a big thank you for tuning into today's video. So today I want to talk about the UK driver shortage. You know, why are we having a UK driver shortage? Or what can we do to help the situation? You know, and I'm not talking about what will the government do, I'm on about what can we as drivers do. And straight away I'll probably lose a lot of interest in people because I'll go, I'm not doing anything, why should I do anything? And that is part of the problem, but we'll get onto that later on. So I'm not going to beat around the bush and be waffling on about the problems within this, that and the other. What I'm going to say is two big problems that I can see in this industry at the moment, why people are complaining about the job and they're not happy with it. Two massive problems and what's contributing towards there being a driver shortage. Number one is insurance, right? That's not the highest on the list, that's just the one I'm reeling off first. Insurance. You've just got 10 job openings, okay, 10 candidates, potential candidates come down, but they're all under 25, they're all fresh starters, you know, but a couple of them have been tramping with their dad since they were kids, they know all about trucks, they've got the experience there in their head, they've been taught stuff already, just like me. When I came into this job, I had a head start. I've been going in trucks with my dad since I was a kid, so I know quite a bit about, excuse me, the industry and about how it works. So, the insurance, you've got all these people in front of you, you've got 10 let's say you've got 10 candidates mixed of, you know, women and men. Seeing a lot more women doing the job recently, which is nice to see, a bit of diversity. But what I will say is, if you then say, all right, yeah, we'll take you all on. How old are you? I'm 21. Oh, sorry, you can't go on the insurance, you've got to be 25 or older. The rest of them are going to walk out. There's 10 drivers, see you later, because you won't pay the premiums to have a younger driver on your team. Why are you trying to get all these new young drivers passing the test to do the job if you're not going to have a job for them at the end of it? You know, I'm not saying every company's like that. A lot of the bigger companies, I know PP O'Connor's, you know, they've got a young girl, she must be under 25 now, called Lauren, she drives an Arctic, you know. They had a lad there when I was about 21 years of age driving a tipper. It can be done, but I think a lot of the companies don't want to spend the money to have that extra cover. So that's a big problem, the insurance straight away. The next big problem with the industry is the wages. Now, if I get out my truck outside a scrapyard and I go and ask all the scrap lads, are they happy with the money they're on? 9 out of 10 of them will say, yeah, it's alright, it's decent. You know, if they're tramping all week, or, you know, if they're just doing day work like what I do, they're pretty secure with the money, they're pretty happy with it. But obviously we would like some more, because you do. You know, if my gaffer came up to me today and said, yeah, Dave, do you fancy another 50 quid a week on your wages? I'm not going to say, nah, you're alright, mate, I'm happy with what I've got. I'm going to say, you can top it up, mate. Of course I am. The work that we do on the day driving, yeah, it's fast paced and you've got to get your loads in, but you're not spending all week away from your family, and you're not spending your time sleeping in a truck, not being able to wash as often as you like, you know, not being able to go and use a toilet, because as a lot of people have mentioned since COVID, you know, oh no, sorry, you're not allowed to use our toilet because of COVID. Yeah, I understand, but a lot of the hatred and the negative vibes towards HGV driving is coming from the supermarket drivers, the multi-drop drivers, because they're the boys that are living in the truck all week and they're getting paid peanuts for it and they're not happy with it. But on a good note, the wages seem to be, you know, coming up a little bit for those sorts of jobs, because literally every night when I go home, I have a look through Facebook, you know, and I check through my YouTube, you know, and I look at how many people are subscribing to my channel, and it, you know, and I really appreciate it as well, guys. I would just like to say that, you know, the last time I checked, I had 60 subscribers. That, in the world of YouTube, is probably nothing, but to me, 60 individual people have listened to me talk and subscribe because they want to hear more, and that to me means the world. So thank you very much for your subscriptions, and you know, keep them coming in, because the more you guys subscribe to my channel, you know, and the more you comment and leave feedback, the more I can do what I'm doing, what I'm enjoying doing whilst I'm driving my truck. So, you know, if 60 people can subscribe to my channel and comment and give their verdicts on things, you know, we can make a change. I'm just a I'm just a, literally, not in a mean way to myself, but I'm a nobody. I'm just a everyday person with 2 kids, bills to pay. I'm just an everyday working guy. So it is very humbling to me, and very, very, you know, it's very heartwarming to know that that, you know, it's having an effect on people. So hopefully some of you guys will watch this video and come away from it, because I don't think I'm talking rubbish. I think I'm actually talking a lot of sense. You know, you need to sort the insurance out. Yeah, you do need to pay these drivers more. I think getting paid nearly £500 a week take home for driving a wagon from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 at night, that's what I do. I do not think that is bad going. That's not bad at all. You know, I'd like it to be better, but I'm not going to go and ask for a pay rise right now, because I don't actually do that much work. Whereas the guys who are sleeping in the truck and, you know, having to cook in the truck and cook for themselves and, you know, take all the stuff in a bag. I've seen you guys do it. I've watched my dad do it since I was a young lad. You know, I know what you lads go through, and I know it's not nice. And then to be told you can't use the toilet, to be told, you know, to be frowned upon, to, you know, to be blocked in. I understand all these things are frustrating. Somebody commented on my video saying, is it a good investment the other day? Somebody commented on it, and it was an absolute bloody novel that he wrote, you know, and I'm not calling the guy. But again, when I was reading what he put, it was literally everything that he was complaining about to do with the job. There was only probably 30% of it that was actually to do with truck driving. The rest of it was cars blocking you in. Well, that's nothing to do with the job itself. That's just people not using the common sense, and, well, there's a truck there, he's going to want to pull out at some point. You can't call the job shit because someone's cut you up. That doesn't make it a shit job. You know, if you're changing some brake pads on a car and your spanner slips off one of the bolts and you punch inside of the car and give yourself a nice little butter curl on your knuckle, does that mean mechanics is a shit job? Or is it a shit car because you've hurt yourself doing your job? No. You know, it's just part of the job. It happens, you slip, you've not weighed something up properly, and you hurt yourself. It's just part of the job. And it's the same with people cutting you up. That's why I was saying on the video, don't let people, you know, give you road rage and get you all upset and get your knickers in a twist, because that will ruin the job for you. If you start letting every little thing piss you off, then you're not going to have a good time, are you? You know, truck driving, if you want to be a truck driver, it's because you want to drive trucks. I think a lot of people today, they want to drive a truck because they hear that it's better wages than normal, and they want a job where they're sat on their ass all day. But they don't, you know, they have no sort of vision for what that job's going to unfold into. You know, they just think, oh, I'll sit here all day like this is great, you know, oh yeah. But then they don't think about being held up or having your load rejected, or, you know, you're at the wrong place, or whatever happens. A lot of shit can happen in this job. But I think one of the main problems why this wages situation isn't getting sorted, and yeah, we are seeing different companies advertising every day, you know, with big bold letters above the job, you know, HGV driver wanted, and then in big bold letters with all the stars next to it, you know, to grab your attention, increased rates of pay. So they are trying, slowly. But I will tell you something now, guys. What is going to make them change their bloody minds a lot quicker is, and I'm not calling people here, and this is where I might lose you and you might get a bit frustrated at what I'm saying, but it is true in my opinion. Rather than ringing your mate up, where have they sent you? Oh, it's a piss take, this place. I'm jacking this in, I've had enough. Look at you, watch this. And all the stuff that all drivers do it, you know, they ring each other all day. Where's he sent you? Oh, I've had enough of this, mate. And you're getting all stressed out. Excuse me. Ringing your buddy in your cab and having a good old moan is not going to sort it out. Look at the people who are running your company, right? The people who you slag off, yo, look, it's all right for him, innit? Rolling in his AMG Mercedes. He don't give a shit. He don't have to drive the truck. No, he doesn't. You're right there. But is he also going to know that how much of a shit job he's doing at running his or her company if you guys are ringing each other up in your cabs and talking shit about him? Why don't you? And I'm not going to say you on your own go in the office, because yeah, you will probably get told, look mate, no one else is moaning. If you've got a problem with it, it's your problem. If you don't like it, there's the door. I've heard a lot of drivers get that said to them. Okay, power in numbers. If all these guys on YouTube, oh, I'm sick of the job's gone shit. Way back when, it was a good job and we were respected and this, that and the other, I wasn't there when that stuff was happening. I was still floating around in my dad's spuds at that time when it was all in the heyday, and you were proud to be a trucker, right? The only thing I can think of, and like what my dad said to me, is the reason why drivers get the piss taken out of them is because they've let it happen for so long. I'll run bent for him, gives me a bit of brownie points, so I'll get off a bit earlier tomorrow night then. Well, I've done that for you. If you guys get in a group, rather than ringing each other up and getting on your WhatsApp groups and, all like we're all leaving and all that, go in the office together as a team, not angry and bad vibe about you. Have a word with the gaffer, say, look, 15 of us here, we're not really happy with the wages. You need to do something about it because we are all fed up with working for this money. We're all so fed up with this. We're all so fed up with that. Can you please have a look at doing something about it? Otherwise, unfortunately, all 15 of us drivers now right in front of you, we're not joking, we've all got our notices written out. If you aren't willing to help and do something, then we are going to have to, unfortunately, leave the job. And who's going to say anything to you then? Is he going to want, if he's already advertising for drivers, is he going to want 15 of his lads to walk out at once? 15 of yous, 10 of yous, even 5 of yous is better than 1 of yous. If you go in, have a word, you can only find out what happens. The only other thing I can suggest is every single tramper, every single supermarket guy, get a humongous WhatsApp group going, or get a big thing, get a page going on Facebook and have a strike. That's the only other way you're going to do it. Have a strike. If you're already out on the job, turn your wagon off, fold your steering wheel up, put your feet up, ring your missus, tell her what you're doing, and I tell you now, within 5 hours, it'll get back, because it spreads like a rash. If your gaffer rings you, "Hi mate, when you've dropped that load there, can you go up to the RDC or whatever?" And you go, "I'm sorry pal, but I'm not on my own here." As much anxiety as it might give you and fear that you're going to lose your job, right? You sit there and you go like that. "Not being funny mate, I ain't turning these wheels, we're all going on strap. Well, you better get that truck back to this yard." "Whoa, hang on a minute cowboy, I'm the driver, I'm the captain, my tacho's in there, my arse is on the seat, I'm the captain and I ain't moving this ship." But all of yous do that, it will spread round, and you'll have employers like, for example, Eddie Stobart's ringing, AK Worthingtons. Your lads all, they won't move anywhere, none of them are doing anything. I guarantee you, within 5 hours, it'll get back to the House of Commons or whatever it is to do with all the fucking government and that, and it'll be like that. We have got a massive problem on our hands. Not only have we got a big shortage of drivers, all the fuckers are refusing to work now. They will not work. How are we going to get food? How are we going to get clothes? How are we going to get this? What are we going to do? Get Amazon to start dropping it all off in vans? Behave yourself. Come on guys, stand together, stop slagging each other off, stop getting on Facebook and, have you seen how he's got his straps on his truck? Stop having a go at each other and come together. We're all truck drivers, we all do the same job but in different sorts of ways. We all are in this together. We need to unite. I'm not being funny, and I don't want to come across as some patriotic little jumped up little dickhead. Excuse me language, but I'm not being funny. Look at the world wars we've had. When different countries wanted to have us over a barrel, what did we do? We stood together as a country. Young lads, young women, young men, our granddads, great-granddads, some of our dads, whatever. They were all there fighting for it, and they stood together and they won. Look at previous power in numbers. If you go in the office on your own and say, "Yeah guys, not happy with the wages," it's like, "Alright Dave, well, what do you want us to do about it? I want a pay rise. If I have to give you one, I have to give everyone else one. So sorry mate, you can't have one." But then if 15 of you's going all at once and say, "We all want a pay rise across the whole company, all the drivers, because you're paying us shit and you're making us do too much work and you're making us try and work through our breaks." And that's another thing that people keep moaning about in the job. "Oh, put your vehicle on brake and then unload your truck and then get on to your next job." You do not have to do that by law. You tell them to fuck off. Tell them, "No, I'm not doing that." If you tell them, No, I'm not doing that. What are they going to do? Are they going to get in the AMG Mercedes and come flying down to the RDC and grab you out your truck and go, hey, and march you down to the back of your trailer and get unloading that? That's making you do it. There's no such thing as making you do it. The minute you ring up and they go, you do that, and you go, you what? If they're pissing you off that badly, threaten them with Oza, they'll soon shut the gobs up. If you've got to be a twat, you've got to be a twat. I'm not being funny, right? I've had a couple of people commenting on my videos, I don't agree with you. Well, that's fine, don't agree with me. I don't care if you don't agree with me. The people that do agree with me are the people that are sending me lovely comments. So thank you to you guys. The ones of you that are so don't agree with you, you've spent time out of your day to go and comment on some random dude's YouTube channel saying, I don't agree with you. Go and tell your boss that then. You know, don't tell your wife, look at this, see him here, I've just told him. Good for you, mate, well done, I don't care, right? Go and tell your boss. Don't tell your missus or take it out on your missus or your kids when you get home, I've had a bad day at work. Go and tell your boss, because if you don't, then I don't think you're a man. I don't think you're strong. I don't think you're worth driving a truck. And that might upset a few people, and like I've said, I don't care. I honestly don't care, because that is the problem. The insurance is a problem, the wages are a problem. Why is it a problem? Because people have lay on the backs for too long and accepted it. If my gaffer now starts loading me with really big heavy loads, right, really big heavy loads, and they're 5-6 ton overweight each time, the first time I do it, if I don't say anything, he's going to go, oh, he didn't say anything. Do it again, didn't say anything, fuck it. Every time he comes in now, he's getting an extra 2-3 ton on his load. Am I getting an extra 2-3 ton on my wages? Am I? No. So why would I do it? Every now and again it might be a couple of kilograms overweight. 32 ton and 100 kilograms. When it's tons and tons and tons and tons and shit like that, see you later, mate. Get it back off. Get it back off. I'm not taking that. Say no. You've spent the money to have your licence. You know, you all run bent for your gaffers and then start crying when those will pull you for being overweight. You're a glutton for your own punishment, a lot of you. A good truck driver will say no. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not working through my break. You don't pay me for my break. Why should I work through it? No. And if they fire you, go and tell somebody who will do something about it. I have been unfairly dismissed because I wouldn't break the law. You think if every driver goes and has an opinion and says something, do you think they're still going to do it? No, they're not. It's because too many people are too soft. I used to be like that. Yeah, I'll do it, until one day my dad got a grip of me. Said, what the fucking hell are you doing? When he seen one of my old wagons that I was driving, and the leaf springs were near enough bent round the other way because they had that much weight on them. My dad went, do you think you're going to get anywhere doing that? Do you think you're going to get any special brownie points? You don't get nothing from it. So that's pretty much it from me today, guys. You know, I'm sorry I got a little bit heated, but at the end of the day, it's annoying to hear it. It's annoying to hear people complaining about something that they can do something about. I understand it's not your fault, but look at what's going on in the government. You know, don't go near your family. You're not allowed to go near your friends, and if you do, we'll fine you or we'll get the army in to make sure you don't do it again, right? And then you've got that little prick, Matt Hancock, fingering his assistant in front of everyone. Look at the people who are ruling this country. We need to start taking something back. I'm not trying to be the next big talker. I'm just a guy in a truck, but that is my opinion, and I hope a lot of you guys agree with it, because I'm right. I know a lot of the older boys I've spoke to agree with me. I said, no, you're right, mate. You're right, mate. People moan about the job, but they don't want to do the job properly. They want to cut corners, and then they moan about Vosa. You know, they want to work through the breaks so they look better to the boss so that they can get more work done. And then when the bosses expect it off them every day, then they start crying about it and saying I don't get paid enough for it, but they won't ask for a pay rise for the extra work they do. It's all silly. But anyway, the video's getting on for 20 minutes now. I hope this cleared a few things up for a few people. Like I say, as always, if you like the video, please drop a like and drop a comment if you've got anything to say. Now, with this particular video, I'm sure a lot of people are going to have a lot of shit to say to me about this. So I'm looking forward to the comments coming in. Whether they're good or bad, I want to hear everybody's views. And I will be doing a follow-up to this video as well, because I'm actually going to go around and ask a few different drivers while I'm out on my travels what they think of the job and what they think can be, you know, done to make it better and to be a job to be proud of again, and a job that's worth doing, you know. especially with the supermarket work. So like I say, the video's getting on for 20 minutes now, so I'm going to stop waffling. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your Wednesday, and I shall see you on the next video. So take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.